If you have ever wondered how to make Midjourney images move and make your own animated videos out of them, you are at the right place. We are going through the process of creating images in Midjourney and using Runway 2 to bring them to life. If you have any questions or topics you would like to see on this channel, please let me know down below. So, first we will dive into Midjourney to generate our first images, which are giving us the base for our later animated film strips. We start off with a basic prompt, which describes the scene we have in our head to visualize our idea. To let Midjourney actually generate an image, we first need to type in /imagine. Afterwards, we can then type in our description, also known as prompt, into the text field. Alright, let's start with our first example and test run our image. I will put in something really basic, like old man sitting on a bench in the park watching a dog play. Additionally to that, I will add 2 tags to the prompt, which will give us more control over the image itself. The first one is --AR, which means basically like aspect ratio of our image. The second one is called --raw style. This will help us to make the image more natural and not too stylized in any art direction. Afterwards, we just press enter and let Midjourney do the processing. Once the processing is done, Midjourney offers us 4 different images to choose from. We can then pick our favorite one and upscale it by pressing the according upscale button at the bottom of the images. When we have the final upscale, we can then just click on the image and go to Save Image. We can now repeat the process with other prompts as well. Let's do a new one with one of my favorite cartoon characters. Let's type in /imagine again, and here write this time Super Mario is in danger and faces a huge mushroom which is standing behind him. I will also add mag review as well as people standing on the side laughing. Again, you can type in whatever you want here, whatever you imagine in your mind. Just express your creativity here and whatever you want to try. Afterwards, again, I will add the double minus 16:9 to have the right aspect ratio, as well as our style again, which is --, style raw. I'm repeating the process like we have done with the image before, and I will save it again. So now let's do our last and final image, which will be this time something different than the 2 images before. This one will be, let's say, a city scene. Let's type in New York at night, view on the street. We also see a lot of cars and people on the side, and let's say it's a rainy day. We will add our 2 tags again and then let the image process. Don't wonder if the image should be a bit different than what I have, or should look different in the way it is. Every time you're using the same prompt in Midjourney, it will generate something different. That's why we're using a lot of time seed phrases, but this we will go into detail on another video, because this would send the video way too long. So just that you're not wondering about it. We are now ready to take the next step, which is to bring movement into our images. To do that, we first have to open Runway in our browser. Just search for Runway 2 in your browser or Google search. By the way, don't confuse it with runway.com, that's a finance website which we really don't need right now.
Carefully, step by step.
Once you have created an account on Runway, you are ready to go. When we then reach the main page, we can then simply navigate to Start with Image. Once you clicked on it, we can now just drag and drop our images that we just created from Midjourney into our starting field. Now we see several options where we can choose from. When we click on the very left, for example, here we get on the top a seed phrase, which we can use to generate the same visual style across multiple clips. This is what I mentioned earlier as well in Midjourney, but here it's a bit more apparent that you can directly use the seed phrase and have access to it. So you can tick the fixed seed between generations either on or off too, depending on if you want to have a new seed generated each time or to keep it consistent with the visual style you're looking for. Further below we have even more options like interpolate, which smooths out the in-between frames in our video. Beside that, we also have an upscale and remove watermark option. And now comes the great part. We can first select how strong the general motion should be on our video. This ranges from 1 to 10. Usually I keep it at a default of 5 because this works for me in most cases. Afterwards we can also control our camera motion. We can do like pans, rolls, zooms, etc. And then there is as well this new special feature Runway implemented, now called Motion Brush. With this tool we can select a brush and then literally paint into the image and mask out which parts we would like to have in motion. In our first image, for example, we can select the head as well as the arms of our characters. On another brush layer I will add secondary elements like the background. Alright, once I'm happy with that, I will just close the image again and press generate. Then only thing we have to do is waiting for our image to be transformed into a video. Another cool thing is that you can process multiple images at once while waiting for other videos to be processed. Of course, you can also do adjustments on your image in case that you see that you don't like the motion or you would like to have it improved. When you're then done and happy with your film strips, you can then just simply save them in the folder of your choice on your PC. Afterwards, you can just cut them then in DaVinci or Adobe Premiere, whatever you prefer. I really hope you guys liked the video. When you have questions or feedback, please let me know and make sure to subscribe to the channel. See you next time.